Hello everyone. This is the second part of adverb chapter for standard 7. So here I will continue with position of adverb. So what is this position of adverb? When we write one adverb, whether it is manner or time or it is place or it is degree, frequency, where to place in a particular sentence, where to place that adverb, that we have to understand here. It is very, very important, children. If question comes from this part also. So what I have written, you see, adverb of manner, place, and time usually placed after the verb. So when we write a sentence, this manner, place, time, it comes generally after the verb. If the verb has a direct object, the adverb is placed after it. That means, if you first you consider these first two examples, you will understand, it will be very clear. You consider the first sentence, the lion rode angrily. The lion rode angrily. Here you see, rode is the action word or verb, after which there is no object. There is no direct object. So, according to the first point, it comes usually after the verb. So after the verb, it has come. The adverb has come. Adverb of manner has come after the verb. Consider the second sentence. The mechanic repaired the car easily. So here you see repaired is the verb. Repaired is the verb. But after repaired, there is a direct object, that is car. What I wrote here in the second point. If the verb has a direct object, then what to do? Then the adverb will come after that direct object. So here, this adverb of manner has come after the direct object. Consider the third example, same. Met is the verb, him is the object. So this adverb of place there has come after the object. Now coming to next example. I will finish the project next week. Similar thing, project is the object, direct object. Will finish is the verb. And as there is a direct object, so next week, the time, adverb of time has come after the object. Now coming to next point, adverb of frequency and degree. This first we discuss manner, place and time. Now, adverb of frequency and degree are often placed between the subject of the sentence and the adverb. That means, you see, here what we have done, it is subject of the sentence at the verb, not adverb, okay? Example, you see, I have breakfast by 8 a.m. So here subject is I, have is the verb. Always has come in between subject and verb. I always have, it is a frequency. How frequent I have? I always have. So adverb of frequency has come in between verb and the subject. Verb and the subject. Have is the verb, I is the subject. That's what written here. Frequency and degree are often placed between the subject of the sentence and the verb. Between it is coming. Second one also, you see, this is subject, remember verb. So just has come, this adverb has come in between the subject and the verb. Now, the third point for position of adverb. If the verb consists of two words, the adverb is placed between the two words. If the verb consists of two words means one helping verb and one main verb. If one helping verb and one main verb is there in the sentence, then we have to see that between that helping verb and main verb, this adverb will come. You notice this one, I have completed. Have is the helping verb, completed is the main verb. So between this have and completed, almost has come. So this is the third rule for position of adverb. Now I will come with degrees comparison of adverb. We know comparison of adjective, like positive degree adjective, superlative degree, comparative degree. Similar way, like adjective, adverb can be used in 3 degrees of comparison: positive, comparative, superlative. Now you see, it is easy to understand how we are framing from positive to comparative and comparative to superlative. You see what I have written? The adverbs form their comparative and superlative using ER. ER means ER with the positive adverb, means the base adverb in case of comparative, and EST in case of superlative. Similarly, in some cases, in case of comparative more and in case of superlative most. Like this, we convert. Now you see, I have made 2 charts. One is using EREST and one is using more most. You should see what type of adverbs are coming with EREST and what type of coming with more most. Generally, there is, when there is one syllable, it comes with EREST, and when there is more than one, that 2-3 syllable, then it is more and most. Like early, earlier, earliest, like this: fast, faster, fastest, high, higher, highest. And when this type of words will come: brightly, dimly, freely, these are coming with more, most, more angrily, most angrily, more brightly, most brightly, like that. There are more adverbs. I have written some to make you just understand. Now you see, this is very important to understand. The comparative form is used to compare two things. That we know that happens in adjective also, comparative degrees of adjective also. So two things when compare, it is comparative adverb we use. When it is superlative, then it is more than two, three or more things. Now you consider the example. We must not reach there later than 7 o'clock. Must not reach there later than 7 o'clock. So this later is acting as an adverb, which is the comparative form. More loudly. You speak more loudly. Loudly is the adverb. Speak is the verb. So loudly is modifying the verb speak. And here it is more loudly. Okay. More loudly is the comparative form. Similar with the third sentence. Sirius shines more brightly than all other stars. Okay. So more brightly again. Shines is the verb. Brightly is the adverb. Brightly is modifying the verb shines, and it is comparative because two things are compared. Remember, comparative is coming with two things. Coming to superlative, superlative form is used to compare three or more things. That means more than two. The children have performed most delightfully. You see, have performed is the verb. This delightfully is modifying the verb performed, and it is in the superlative, that is the top. Best. So most diligently, delightfully, we are writing here. This is the superlative where we are comparing uh, with more than two. Why do you have to speak most loudly of all? So again, of all means more than two. Most loudly, loudly is adverb. It has come with the most, that is superlative form. Of all the girls, your sister sang most sweetly. So it is the process. Now some adverbs you see form the comparative and the superlative irregularly, not like erest or more, most. You see, badly will come with worse in comparative, worse in superlative. Far, farther, farthest. Too far is there. Far, farther, farthest. Little, less, least. Much or many, more, most. Well, better, best. Like this, we frame the irregular adverbs. So this is the explanation for adverb. I hope everybody understood. Next, we will discuss the exercise.